Ruslan.
Confession. I used to say that leaning into contentious topics like this regarding school boards and cultural issues, things that we would deem as cultural wars, so on and so forth, wasn't good or beneficial for Christians to engage in. Well, as of late, it seems like the goalpost to these things has been moved so far in the opposite direction that it seems like we have no choice. And today's video is no exception to that. There's a school board in Arizona who basically got caught saying some pretty wild stuff in a program that was rather beneficial to that school board, considering the lack of people looking to get into education. So we're going to be reacting to this entire thing, and it's led to a lawsuit about religious liberty that is very contentious, but I think is an indicator of where things are going to go. Okay, so there is a school district in Arizona, the Washington Elementary School District in Arizona, that is basically in an arrangement with Arizona Christian University. Okay, they've had this arrangement for a while, and it basically enabled student teachers to be placed in schools for field experience. The contract opened opportunities for recruitment and hiring. So think of a system to get student teachers on campus at this district, and basically it was a great way for them to source talent to eventually come work for them. Sounds like a win-win. Student teachers get experience, the school board gets access to better talent that's already connected to some of the schools in the district, so on and so forth. Sounds like a great W for everybody. Well, no, because Arizona Christian University is a Christian university, which is apparently very problematic in today's climate, okay? So the board agreed on a motion to dissolve the partnership with the university immediately after multiple board members attacked the institution over its commitment to Jesus Christ. Okay, this is a direct quote from the school here, okay? So the Arizona State Superintendent instructed Fox News Digital he believed it would be an example of prejudice, okay? Now, let me bring you guys to the main culprit at hand, okay? This is one of the school board members here who describes herself as a bilingual, disabled, neo-virgin, queer, black Latina. Yeah. Who loves a good, I didn't see the second one. Who loves a good hot wing, but only with ranch and things that sparkle. Yeah, all right. So here's what this school board member was basically caught in 4K saying, and this is where this is all going to culminate. So I want you guys to hear her out, all right? And then I'm going to tell you guys how this story ended.
When I go to Arizona Christian University's website, and I'm taking this directly from their website, above all else, be committed to Jesus Christ, accomplishing his will and advancing his kingdom on earth as in heaven.
Come on.
Part of their values is influence, engage, and transform the culture with truth by promoting the biblically informed values that are foundational to Western civilization, including the centrality of family, traditional sexual morality, and lifelong marriage between one man and one woman.
I mean, it sounds like Arizona Christian University is catching nothing but W's based on their mission statement, right? But no. This board member had an issue with this.
I want to know how bringing people from an institution that is ingrained in their values that will very directly, one, impact 3 of your board members who are a part of the LGBTQ community. We have added...
Shout out to the lady that walked out. Right there, you guys catch that? She walked out. She knew what time it was. She's like, okay, this is going left. I'm going to go ahead and get out. Watch closely. I'll play it back again. Watch this.
Community.
She didn't have to go to the bathroom. She knew where this was going.
Our pronouns.
She bounced.
At the dais.
They added their pronouns.
As a solidarity to let our LGBT community know that we stand in making sure that they feel protected. Are we only performing performative solidarity, or are we going to dig deep and actually look at the partnerships that we're doing. Because if we're bringing people in whose mission, who have been told with their institution of education that very, very plainly on their website, and you don't have to look hard, you can go on their first site,
no, you don't.
like the first page,
Yep.
that above all else, it is to influence people to be biblically minded.
Yep.
How does that hold space for people of other faiths?
How does that hold space for people of other faiths? That's the question. We're going to put a pin in that. We're going to come back to. I'm going to break this all down for you guys, okay? So just bear with me.
How does that hold space for our members of the LGBT community?
The LGTB community, other faiths, yep.
How does that hold space for people who think differently and do not have the same beliefs? At some point, we need to get real with ourselves and take a look at who we're making legal contracts with and the message that that is sending to our community. Because that makes me feel like I could not be safe in this school district.
She can't be safe.
That makes other queer kids who are already facing attack from our lawmakers that they could not be safe in this community.
How does that hold space for people of other faiths and of the LGBT community and people who don't feel safe in this whole thing? Now, my question would be, how does that position of pulling a partnership with a Christian university because they're Christian, I mean, literally what they described is just like basic Christianity 101. How does pulling your partnership with them hold space for them? How does it hold space for Christians who are just looking at the scriptures that guide their faith and doing their very best to represent that based on the mission and vision of their school? How does it hold space for them? See, this is the issue with a lot of this nonsense regarding tolerance, this and affirmation, that is that everyone is tolerant and affirming until someone says, I don't hold those same positions. I don't hold those same views. Now, how does that hold space? How do people feel safe? It's very simple. I'll break it down for you. It's so simple, okay? It goes like this. I hold certain views that are driven by my faith and what the scriptures say. At the same time, I don't think those views need to be used to directly attack, hurt, bully other people of other faiths. How does it hold space for them? Well, it doesn't. I mean, Jesus is the only way. That by in and of itself is exclusive. One man, one woman marriage. That is God's design for things. That is by itself exclusive. That doesn't mean that I don't have friends of other faiths. That doesn't mean I don't have friends from the LGBT community. That means that my friends from other spaces and faiths and orientations know exactly where I'm at, know the position that I hold. I know the position they hold. We know we disagree, yet we extend respect and dignity to each other. I don't think this is that groundbreaking of a concept. I don't think this is so out of this world of how people who disagree can extend respect and dignity while respectfully disagreeing. This is beyond me, that now we're at a place where if you don't fully agree and affirm with everything X group says, that you're not holding space and your commitment to Jesus is in direct opposition to people who need you to affirm their lifestyle. Now, how does this thing play out? Well, it actually played out marvelously. Guess who lost? Okay, school board settles religious discrimination suit against Christian University after blasting Jesus' values. Yeah, that's right. This Christian university ended up filing a lawsuit, as they should, against this elementary school district, as they should. And you know what happened? They won. This is what it is. We're Christians. We believe in the Bible. We believe in God's design. We believe in natural law. It is what it is. Right? And so the vice president of litigation, David Cortman of Alliance Defending Freedom, said by discriminating against Arizona Christian University, which this is what this is, right, by the way, they're claiming that Christians are going to discriminate against their school board without any evidence, but while they're actually discriminating against Christians, right? And denying an opportunity to participate in the student-teacher program because of its religious status and beliefs, the school district was in blatant violation of the U.S. Constitution, not to mention state laws that protect ACU's religious freedom. And this is why, and this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say it. This is why America, in my opinion, is still one of the greatest nations on earth. It's because we have a constitution and we have these protections under this constitution, like religious freedom. At a time when a critical shortage of qualified, caring teachers exists, the Washington Elementary School Board did the right thing by prioritizing the needs of elementary school children and agreeing to partner once again with ACU's student teachers. W for them making the right decision and settling this, and W for this university for fighting back. Now, my question that many people are going to ask, well, what are we supposed to do here? How do we navigate this new terrain? Because, by the way, this is just the tip of the iceberg. These things are going to continue. First of all, I would say if your kids go to public school, for whatever reason, if your kids go to public school, you need to fight and get on one of these school boards. You need to fight and get into this ecosystem so that you can contribute and you could influence. Number two is if you are going to be a Christian in the marketplace, and by the marketplace, I mean you're going to be creating videos or being an education institute, you need to be ready and willing to go to war over situations like this. And I don't mean go to war in a violent sense. I mean be willing to hire, affirm, and fight for your religious rights in these such situations. Because I think what's going to happen is the logic that we see from some of the Marxism, and I hate using that word because I think it's overused, but some of the Marxist views of the Kimdis basically saying the only way we combat past discrimination is with future discrimination. So this community was discriminated against by the church at some point in time, so now it's okay for this community to discriminate against the church to make it right. We're only going to see this stuff more and more often, by the way. This stuff's not going to end, because this mentality is going to be prevalent everywhere. And people are already getting to a place, if you don't fully endorse, agree with everything they say, then you're a bigot and you're a bad person and you should, get out of the public square. And I just think that's complete nonsense. So those are my thoughts on this. I want to hear from you guys. Check out this other video recommended from YouTube. Tell me if YouTube got it right. Do you guys like this video? Is YouTube nailed it? And if you want to go the extra mile, partner with us for as little as $5 a month to get access to our daily after party streams, get exclusive access to our podcast before they go live, and access to our Discord server, as well as a discount code for our store. Partner with us for as little as $5 a month. I'll see you over there. Peace.